Nobody gives you better conversation about your quality of life.
Let everyone know you listen to
The New Orleans Talk Network.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy New Year, and it is a blessing to be alive today. This is one of my most memorable, or will be. Now, I'm not a prophet, but I'm gonna say this. This is one of my most memorable shows, or will be one of my most memorable shows. I got a guest on Hostages That Fight Back that like nobody else. I want to introduce to some and to others, Brother Gregory Alexander.
Hey, how you doing?
And Alexander, my son's name Alexander, how can I forget? And his nickname is River.
Yes, sir.
Like the river, the water that flows through the city, you know. But I just want to say, first of all, it's a good day, as Brother Jones would say, it's a good day to be alive. Captain Black, if you're listening out there, hey, brother, you know, I'm holding down the fort. You can hit us on Facebook, and this is New Orleans Talk Network, Hostages That Fight Back. We are hostages, Brother Alexander, but we fight back. We're not going without a fight, you know what I'm saying? But so what I want to do is today is, first of all, as I said, Brother Gregory Alexander, he is my guest, special, and he's my co-host. And you know, I've been knowing him for quite a while, and I think that you know, him and I talked. He called me last week, a couple of weeks ago, and talked to me, and we talked, and I think that it's a story that only he can tell. That and I'm gonna invite the listening audience to call us at 504-341-8255, 504-341-8255. Now, my brother Alexander, feel that? Cause our brother, I'm gonna say real Brother Rivers or Alexander.
Yes,
First of all, what was going on when you got back to the city, and let's, you know, just you tell your story, all right?
You know, I've come back into the city a lot of times. You know, like I went out on journeys to conquer and have come back into the city lots of times. Is there a time like that you want to specifically?
Yeah, well, when I got that voice on the phone, you know, it was full of life, and it was humble and things. So let's start from there.
We start from there. I had the Spirit of God had told me to reach out to you. That's all I heard in my spirit was Al Mims, and I'm like, okay, God, no. He said Al Mims. I said, Lord, I'm gonna get to it. Al Mims. Okay, I'm going on Facebook now. Okay, I'm going, Lord. So I had you up, and I had seen a glimpse of New Orleans Talk Network, New Orleans Talknetwork.com, and I said, Brother Al, and I was doing a show in Atlanta called Wake Up Winning with Wanda D.
I looked that up too. I saw it.
And so I said, I'm going home. I gotta go home, but I had to see him. You know, that's the first person God told me to see was you, and I didn't know what you was doing, but I knew that you was doing well in my spirit. And when I reached out, the conversation was incredible. Like, it was a merger of something. It was beautiful. Like, it was so heavy between that conversation. I swear if somebody would have got in between them, I'd have got electrocuted or drowned, how deep and how thick and how rich our discussion was. And so
will you tell them, and if you want, tell them what our discussion was about? It wasn't about money. It wasn't about gold and silver.
No,
what it was
not
about?
At all. It was about
purpose.
It was about love. You know, really like love, like, you know, purpose. Like I was still happy to see that you were still on your mission and on your grind.
And with that said, we're gonna name this show Destiny.
Destiny.
Go ahead, old brother Alexander.
Well,
I'm excited, man.
yeah, I mean, you listen, you know, it's certain times, there's certain people that I don't forget. Like God may say, He may register you. Now, at that time, we may not be able to collaborate on something, but believe me, it's like a checklist in my head and moments in time that He says, I want you to activate this relationship.
Renew it.
Tap into the relationship, or invest into this relationship, cultivate this relationship. But you got to be in tune to hear what He's saying, and that takes building a relationship with the Most High to be able to hear in this world of confusion, distraction, manipulation. So you have to. It takes time to center yourself, but anyone, you can do it. Everybody can do it. It's just a matter of focusing your attention on priorities. So getting back to what we was discussing.
But I want to say one thing too, if I maybe Brother Rivers or Brother Alexander, is one thing that we have done since I got my, and I keep the recording on my phone. You know, that voice was like, it was a shout out, man. It blew me away.
Yeah.
I was happy, you know, happy as can be. But I want you to know that it was you gave encouragement to me.
I didn't say.
No.
I didn't say. You did, okay.
Yeah.
Same here, because when I called you, you was like, I had just buried my friend, right? And in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm going with the unction of God. The brother said, I just buried my friend, so I feel for him. Automatically, my heart goes out to feeling, because here in New Orleans, we bury quite a bit.
Yes.
A lot, more than the average. So on top of that, that means probably more depression and more hurt. We're going to get into that. Yeah. But when he said that, I was like, okay. If by the time our conversation got to the middle of a conversation, I felt like the Most High had used my life as a gift here, Brother Mims.
You took some weight off my shoulders, because I was speaking to. I didn't have to be macho. I didn't have to be what the world think I may be. I was talking. You heard in my voice. I had lost something.
Yeah.
And you spoke to me, bro, to what I needed. You gave me some light. And I want the brothers to know that. You know, and I'm 64 years old, and I asked the brother how old he was, because he looked every bit of 29, 25, you know, but his spirit jump-started mine, because I was in a place, I was like in a dark room and I couldn't get out, depression. I lost one of my good friends, a good friend that you could depend on. Now Brother Alexander, you know, you and I done talked, is that when you call somebody, you know, you depend on them to come for you, and it's not how many people that you coming for you, but it's somebody that you help. You saying that they're gonna drop everything and they coming your way. Yeah. But I lost that. Well, not lost it. When you lose something, you don't know where it's at. But my friend passed, and I could depend on him. Yeah. So what I'm saying to you, Brother Rivers, you saying destiny. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about our destiny.
Caller.
Oh, okay. We got a caller already, Brother Rivers, and we get back to that.
Okay.
And we may have to go in right now. We may have to do another show, and we can do that.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. So okay, we done already do. We're gonna put another show on, but we're gonna do it. We got a caller on the line. Would you identify yourself? Good morning.
Good morning. How are you all?
How are you?
Good morning. How you doing?
I am incredible. I'm Tracy, calling from Atlanta.
Hey, Tracy. What's going on?
I was just chiming in. I don't have any questions, any concerns thus far. I'm just listening in.
You know, Tracy is incredible. Tracy is in Atlanta, and that's a friend of mine.
Go ahead on, Tracy. Good morning.
I'm going to tell you one thing what Tracy stood out to me. So there was an event in Atlanta, and all the ATL's hottest had came out, and we was just kind of like networking. And Tracy got up in the middle of the floor. It was kind of more like a sexy setting where people are like intimate, we're sharing information. And she said, I love black men. Black men are strong.
Wow.
Black men are kings. And I'm like, dang. In a world where some of our sisters reduced the power we had, she stood up and she called it out. And I forever became a fan of hers. And it doesn't matter what you have, it's what you do with what you have. And she used her voice, and we've been networking ever since. And I have a special place for her as far as, we're going to succeed together some kind of way. And so we've been networking, and that's just what it is with Tracy.
Well, Tracy, I am elated and glad to meet you. And my boy carries a lot of weight, and I'm glad that you on the show this morning for destiny, because it was destined for you to come on the show and call to encourage us. Because let me tell you something, black men do need encouragement, because we hear all the bad things, but you don't hear nothing good about it. And I was telling Brother Alexander that the devil have a way of just showing you or letting you hear the things that negative. We don't hear nothing good. Not that we ain't doing nothing good out there, but correct me if I'm wrong, all we hear is negativeness, and sometimes it's hard for us to get encouraged. Am I right, bro?
Absolutely right. The negativity is
Yeah.
magnified. What you say, Tracy?
In fact, it's interesting that you indicated that, because this upcoming July, which is going to be the second year that I'm actually highlighting all the magnificent things that black men do here in society, with an award that I actually created just for black men.
Come on, Tracy.
And it's called Castle OBM, which stands for Creating Awareness, Supporting the Legendary Endeavors of Black Men.
Tracy, I just want to kind of expound on the black man, because I love my sisters and I love black men.
Yes.
But I will say that we must encourage each other on a daily basis, because when you leave out of your house, you're going to be under the attack of insecurities. I promise you. So for relatives, friends, marital couples, encourage your mate. Tell them that he's a king. Tell her that she's a queen. Tell them that they're the greatest thing ever. And don't be afraid of them feeling good. Share that with them. Don't hold that back. You deserve to be encouraged. We all need it, man. It's very vital. And so if you have someone in your life that pushes you or gets behind you, encourages them, you take them and you put them on the wall, you tack them up, and you don't let them go. But what I'm saying is we need more of that. I mean, how negative is the world?
And Tracy, and I wanted to reach out to you. I'm 64 years old. I'm a grandfather, great-grandfather. But let me say this to you.
Yes.
And I love my people. I love them. But let me say this. My people have hurt me. And some of the people that I've helped, that's the ones I had problems with. But Jesus had the same problem with them. So I understand that. But let me see that racism is real. But let me say this. I'm going to give you a word. We got some usism problem. I'm going to say that again.
Usism.
We got some usism problem. I'm going to define that for you. Look in the mirror and see what looks back at you. Us.
Usism.
We got some us problem. See, my father, and God bless him, he's been gone 30 years. He was shot in the back 4 times by somebody that looked like us. My brother was killed by somebody that looked like us. I was shot by my best friend at 19 years old by somebody that looked like us. My house was shot up by somebody that looked like us. And I'm not putting us down, but we got to be more loving and caring and understanding and forgiving about us. Did I say anything wrong, sister?
No, I mean, and in my world, it's not so much, saying something right or wrong, because it all depends on the situation at the current time and how that person views it, and they can only make the best decision that they can in the moment that is possible given the information that they have. So personally, I don't see right or wrong. But, you're absolutely to a point where it starts with self. If we are not embedded, if we are not taught, if we are not given those basic fundamentals that says when you look in the mirror, you apply yourself, you affirm yourself, you love yourself unconditionally. If you do not have that as your basic foundation, then it will, more than likely, 9 times out of 10, be very difficult, very challenging to embrace the other man or the other woman that looks just like you.
Wow.
It's going to be difficult.
You're teaching. Go ahead on, Tracy. You got it. Go ahead on. I'm listening.
You know, and it's unfortunate, but it's fortunate. And, you know, even to piggyback on what you all are saying, you know, when I put it out there on social media about the war that's coming up and, you know, news alert, black men are courageous, black men do take care of their children, black men are family oriented, black men are honest, they're loyal, they're loving, they're business owners.
Wow.
And I get very little likes or love, and I'm thinking, wow, that is so shocking, but in actuality it really isn't, simply because, you know, society and the societal image that is portrayed about the black man and black people overall in general is so negative that we attach to that. So we ourselves as individuals have a responsibility to say, hey, let's take back our people. Let's show our people more love and more understanding in the fact that we are not what they say that we are or portray that we are. And that beauty is within the eyes of the behold, which is us ourselves as an individual.
You know, Tracy, I didn't wear a shirt. I put on a shirt saying that know your purpose and be the light. But I have a shirt also. It's orange and yellow. And it's bright orange and yellow. And it says, love your enemies and drive them crazy. What I'm saying is to you, I appreciate what you're saying about black, because it brings, I'm very sentimental. You know, I'm a Libra. My heart goes out to sometimes black men. We're not looking for glory. We're not looking for pat on the back. We're just looking for some understanding, some compassion and things. And I'm listening to you, and I thank you for that, because and I'm a sentimental person. You know, I cry. You know, my heart hurts. But and as I said, I say, God, you gave me a heart and it's breaking. But to hear what you're saying from a black woman, a young black woman, that speaks volume. I thank you, my sister.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, and I mean, earlier you said something that really was so profound. I believe when you and Gregory connected, you actually said that you didn't have to be macho.
Oh, yes.
And so many times, you know, black men, that is, you know, oftentimes have not been taught, you know, and hopefully it has gotten better over years, that it's okay to feel and say that you're feeling a certain way. You don't have to always wear that macho-ness, or if that is even a word, but that macho idea or that macho image. It's okay to embrace the fact that I'm hurting.
Tracy.
To cry and to be tearful,
Tracy, you're telling the truth. Listen to me. I'm very sentimental. I cried, not just when I lost one of my best friends. He had a heart attack. And we funeralized him homegoing Friday just passed. And, you know, my mama passed 2 years ago, and you know, people be saying, you know, this and that. But I was driving the other day, and my wife, I had to pull over because I started crying, you know, and I couldn't drive. I had to let her drive. But, you know, I'm saying this, I cry when I'm happy, I cry when I'm sad, but I cry, you know, and I'm a better man because I cry. And my son and my grandchildren, they need to see me cry and see me, you know, they need, because let me tell you, that's a learned behavior. My father, I saw him, he was a big man, 6'4", 300 pounds, and I was his firstborn. He would say, Junior, come here, boy, give me some hugging, give me some loving. But, so what I'm trying to say is, we are what we see. And I hear people speak, sister, about, you know, talk is cheap. But I'd rather see a sermon. I can understand what's going on. If you show me some love, and you know, love can soothe the savage beast. I done seen love when guys want to fight and kill each other, and I've seen, you know, guys say, "Hey, bro, I love you, man." And why you say that, bro?
Yeah.
So
you know
so Tracy, I just want you to know that this show is important. And look, if you want to hold on, my sister. We're going to take a break, and we'll come right back to you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Love you much. Love you too.
So we'll be taking a break, and we'll be right back at you. Hostage That Fight Back with my brother Gregory, my brother Alexander, my brother Rivers, talking about destiny.
Let's go, baby. Pow. Let's get it.
She's.
I got a second.
Our listeners are as important as our guests. Join in on the conversation. 504-341-8255. The New Orleans Talk Network.
I'm Prophetess Charlene Duforce.
And I'm Bishop Carol Duforce.
We're Living Witnesses Ministries, and we come to you live every Wednesday morning
On the New Orleans Talk Network from 11 a.m. to 12 noon Central Time. And it's called Living by the Word Daily.
So we ask you to tune in and listen to us as we begin to teach the Word of God according to today's events. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Are you looking for a home to live stream your next event? Give us a call here at Bethesda Community Event Center, the only place on a golf course that can host and broadcast live your wedding reception, your baby shower, business seminar, and any other special event. Give us a call at 504-708-9454 for more details.
What's up, readers and shakers? It's your girl, Rhonda M. Lawson, sending you a personal invite to the Literary Lounge. Tune in to Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions each Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for the best in literary conversation. Each week, a different author will join us to talk to their most important readers, you. You can also call in to ask your own questions. So don't forget, each Wednesday at 7 p.m., join us in the lounge for Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. See you there.
Hi, I'm Linda Lewis with Lewis Armstrong Family Services here live at New Orleans Talk Network. We're here every Thursday at 11 a.m.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Nobody gives you better conversation about your quality of life.
Let everyone know you listen to
The New Orleans Talk Network.
Good morning. We're back. Brother Al Mims and Brother Alexander. This is Rivers. And with our show is Destiny. And I don't know if Sister Tracy is gone, but if
here.
Hey, good. Let me say, during the break, Sister Tracy, I had welled up because I want you to, Brother Rivers and I was speaking about how many times brothers let other brothers influence who they are, because they're trying to impress them. And it's okay. This morning, I think, Rivers, you heard many times, I was on the phone praying this morning. We had several prayers, and my wife got on the phone. We were saying, and the last thing we said to brothers, I love you.
Yeah.
And that don't mean that you're a homosexual. That don't mean that you're a sissy, or all the other words. I can say a lot, Sister Tracy.
Yeah.
But we need to learn to love, and I love this brother like my own son, and I love what he's doing because obedience is better than sacrifice. Because sometimes you got to be the one that navigate, or be the one that show the love, because sometimes our brothers are so messed up with this hatred and trying to be macho, like you said, Sister Tracy. Somebody gotta take the lead. Does it make sense, Sister Tracy?
It makes absolutely sense. You know, someone like you said, you know, got to be willing to be the lead, and you know.
And you're gonna get beat up. You're gonna get
the
beat up,
lie.
Tracy. You're gonna get beat up.
I'm sorry.
I said you're gonna get beat up. That lead person or whatever, they're gonna get beat up. They're gonna get beat up, but they have to take the lead. I'm sorry, baby. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, more, you know, of that leadership role, you know, and plant in, you know, the other brother, you know, the fact that it is okay to say those words and not compromise, you know, your masculinity.
You know what? I wanted to kind of interject a little bit too, and I wanted to say the word pressure. And I say pressure because when, you know, they say pressure bust pipes, pressure bust for real. And we build up pressure, and we have to figure out ways to release the pressure, because, you know, it's something gonna happen when two people is hot and it's about to bust. You know, something got to happen. And so how do we release pressure in the community? How do we release pressure in young black men? How do we release pressure in relationships? Yeah. So it's discovering ways to release pressure. I know for me to go to the gym or go outside to the park and shoot 150 jump shots, I know my retrieve zone. I've learned my recovery zone to get back to release the pressure or decrease the pressure.
And Tracy, and I may say this, I'm not sugarcoating you, but let me say this to you. You relieved a lot of pressure by what you said this morning.
Yeah, no doubt.
And, you know, I'm here literally as a vessel, and if the word that I just uttered out of my mouth, if it released pressure just on one individual, I've done a great work, and I want to continue to be an infinite body, to be of a greater blessing to others. And, you know, ultimately that is what I've been placed here on this earth to do. You know, that's what I see my calling as. And like River indicated, pressure, at some point when all the pressure builds up, then it has to, and it will, and it must release. And then, like he mentioned, what do you do with it? But it also dates back to the fact of how is it that we're taught to deal with the pressure from a black man's point of view, and again, not question or have to compromise or think that you are less than an individual, you're less than an actual man. So if you're not taught that as your fundamentals, then what do we have? What we see today,
right? And then we see what we see today is in judgment upon what you see today. But it didn't happen today. It happened yesterday, and you're seeing the result of it today. Yes. And so I deal with it as is, and that's in love. Yes. I love you, man. Wherever you are, whoever you are, however you are, I will protect my family at all costs and protect whatever I have at all costs, but I love you as an individual, a human being. And we was talking about that. Love thy neighbor. Do you know your neighbor? Next door to you. I know I stayed in the neighborhood. I look outside like, damn, anybody, hey, hey, what's up? I'm not used to this. I'm used to community. I come outside and get some water. The lady sweeping on the porch. You know his name. She should know your name. We have to get back to community. I mean, and if you're a Christian, if you're a Muslim, if you're a Buddhist, your commitment, honor thy commitment. And that first commitment is love. Mm-hmm. If I feel like you ain't love me, what are you telling me? What's really going on here? What's the love? I mean, and that's getting in the mirror and loving yourself first to be able to have the capacity to love other people. Now, don't tell me about God. Don't put the book in my face. Let me feel you. Let me see you. Let me feel your love. If it's phony, it's phony. There's a lot of great pretenders. But we ain't playing with them. We ain't playing. We came, we saw, and we conquered, and that's what we're going to do.
Tracy, you're not taking no prisoners. It's love or nothing.
Hey,
so
listen.
What do you guys think about this? And I want to pose this question. You know, Webster says one thing about the definition of love. But then as we're growing up, whoever our caretakers are, whether it was our mama, our daddy, our grandparents, and uncle and auntie, how is it that they exemplified what love is? Because, again, we mirror what we see until we are introduced to new information, new verbiage that could alter our way of thinking. So what is really love when you ask an individual? When you're an individual, we all are different. We all are uniquely created. But how is it that you can sit down and say, I love you, but then you just slap that person in the face? But then you got to think back, what happened? What was this child, that person exposed to growing up as a kid? How is it that they found what caring about somebody or caring about themselves really is all about?
Wow.
Because we hear the word all the time.
Wow.
Yes, we throw it out there, love, 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 love.
What is love
but
to you?
am
Right.
I
What I love, but what is
saying
love to
that
you?
if you haven't been really taught what that word means and shown, then what are you going to show as love if you grew up in a household where there's
Tracy.
always the verbal
Tracy.
abuse? Yes.
Excuse me. I heard I got the book suggested to me. Men are from Mars and women are from Venus, or the book. We interpret things different. What's your love language? That was another book. You know, the 7 love languages. So you might fix me a sandwich and feel like, hey, I love him. That's good. That's my form of showing him love. And I might want a kiss and a hug in the morning, but you're like, boy, get off me, you know.
With bad breath, you know.
Yeah, you know, it got the halitosis going on. You heard me? Like, but what I'm saying is, if you can accept the other person's form of love or think outside of yourself, most of the time it takes for you to come outside of your shoes to try to understand someone else. Now, if you refuse to do that and become stubborn, we'll catch up with you later.
Yeah.
We'll be waiting for you whenever you're ready. But for those that's going to exchange love and keep the circle going and keep the circle of giving going, it's called the circle of giving. And we have to do that in the black community, because I really get jealous, and I hate to say that word, I really get jealous when I see other brothers and sisters of other pigments that's able to share and collectively have and own things because they've learned how to share with one another and save. So I'm going to be pushing for that. I love collectiveness, like Umoja, you know, unity. I mean, if we don't have that, the 300, they wasn't fighting for it. They didn't have a lot, they had 300, but they had 300 soldiers ready to fight.
Tracy, could you excuse us for a minute? We got a caller on line 2, my love, and I'm looking forward to talking to you in the future. Can you?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, I love you much, yeah?
I love you much. You guys have a great day.
You, right, you have a greater one.
All right, bye-bye.
We got a caller on line 2. Caller.
Good morning, my brothers. How y'all doing?
Good morning.
All right, that voice sound familiar. Would you identify yourself?
It's Brother Aaron. Shouts out to the Father around.
Hey, my brother. That's our mentorship program, which I'm a vice president. Hey, bro, you've been hearing the conversation that my brother Rivers, we talking about destiny and thing. You want to tell them just a little bit about the Father around here and what are we trying to do? We talk about, I'm going to set it up. We talk about the problems. The problems ain't going to go away, but we offer solutions. Now, I always say, everybody ain't going to like our solutions because that means you got to change and you got to get involved. Am I right or wrong?
That's right.
And I ain't going to tell nobody that that you put your life on the line for me. Somebody said that.
Oh, wow.
Did I hear somebody say that? But this is my brother from another mother. This brother has, you know what I mean? You don't see, the Bible says that no greater love than a brother lay down his life for his brother, or the brother to put himself in the harm's way. And Aaron, you have done that.
That's right. That's right. And you know, first, in order for you to be able to love someone else, you got to first love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, it's going to be kind of hard for you to show love to somebody else, you know?
We talking about destiny.
And I feel that's really the problem that we dealing with today. Because, you know, a lot of people, they don't love themselves because, for one, they don't know who they are and they don't understand who they are. So they have this problem with identifying with other entities what they know nothing about. So that's why when you notice, like, for example, like if I'm trying to bring you to Jesus, you know what I'm saying? It's not my job to take and come straight to you. You're supposed to be doing this. No, I'm supposed to come to you with love and love you where you at, and then help you to get to the next level, not make you get to the next level. A lot of us don't understand that because, as I said before, we don't really understand and we don't really know who we are. So therefore, we don't love ourselves. And instead of us expressing that we don't love ourselves, we continue to hurt people. And you know what the saying is, hurt people gonna always hurt people, you know?
And we wound up, Aaron, we spoke about this conversation many times about how we hurt our women too, you know, and we, you know, sorry is a sorry word because, you know, when I hear guys say, man, I love her, I love you, I love you, I love you, they keep slapping and beating, but somewhere down the line, but like you said, hurt people. If you were raised watching your daddy, not just physically, but because physical things, they're going to heal. But emotional, man, I've seen a lot of relationships, and I'm not just talking about male and female. I'm talking about, as Brother Alexander and myself, friends. They call themselves, but if you my friend, you're going to do this. But hey, bro, that's wrong. But if you my friend, you'll do this. Can't do it, bro.
I'm gonna be honest. That happened to me like 2 days ago. You heard me real talk. Like I was on my way to destiny, and I figured the enemy wouldn't let me get to destiny that easy. So it was like, okay, it's time to start paying attention to your surroundings because you're getting close to the promise. You're gonna have a couple problems on the way to the promise. You're gonna have a couple problems. Let me talk to the people that's fighting right now. Who the fighters is? You're gonna have problems on the way to the promise. Understand that's part of the process and be happy with that. Learn how to rejoice in the process. And so I'm going and somebody offered me an alternative to my own thought, like do this. I'm going to prison once I do it and get caught, and I wouldn't be on the show this morning. But you just got to know and be sensitive to spiritual battles and what's going on around you when you're walking towards your destiny. Now, this is not going to apply to everybody because everybody ain't get out the bed. Everybody ain't get off the sofa. I'm talking to those that got up and answered the call, that challenged themselves, that said, I deserve better. There's greatness within me. There's something that I'm supposed to be doing, but I don't know how to do it, but I'm going to do it. I'm talking about those that's not allowing other people to put insecurities on them as a blanket. You got, you know, those that know it's like something different about me. I'm supposed to be on the edge. Something ain't right, man. Let me tell you, bro. I just passed Leidenheimer Bread Company, and I love their bread. You heard me? We on the way over here, and so when I was in there, man, I seen the dude pulling up with a truck. So I asked the man. I asked my brother, man, what's up with that? He said, oh man, you don't need to worry about that. I did. Because I was making $8 an hour and I couldn't take care of my family sufficiently. I did need to know that information. And I found it out and I started driving truck. So people will hinder you and get out your way, but I might still be, I'm not knocking it, bro. You gotta eat, you gotta eat. I'll go there. If I ain't got no money, I'm gonna go eat. But what I'm saying is, my man tried to hold back information that would better my life to keep me in position. So I'm speaking to those that's not willing to, that's gonna take the veil off. I'm speaking to those that may have been ostracized. I'm speaking to those that may have been forgot about. Because I love everybody, my boy. It could be the dope dealer. It could be the man in the gutter. It could be a prostitute. It could be a politician. It don't matter. If God unction me or ask me to honor my commitment, that's what I'm going to do. But most of the time we get hurt as kings because we love harder. We love so much. Only Jesus could love that much and know that he was about to get hurt and struck.
You said something, Brother Rivers, and Brother Aaron, you can chime in on this. I made a decision, because we never know the time. My pastor preached a couple of weeks ago about if you had one day, how would you spend it? Well, and just like my friend died, he was younger than me, and people are dying every day younger than me. And I said to myself, I just want to thank God for everything that He's done, all the chances that He's given me, and praise Him. What I'm saying is to you, there are many people who they say they love. But it's, it comes with if you, but it ain't no but.
No, we're negotiating on.
The man who shot my father in the back, and the man who tried to kill me, I don't hate them. I'm not gonna hate, bro. And people say, man, I wouldn't care. I don't hate them. I'm not gonna, hey, bro. I love them. Now I pray for them from a distance, but I don't hate them. I'm not gonna let hate is can send you to hell.
Yeah. It's an emotion.
But I'm saying this show, Brother Alexander, is destiny. This is we should talk. See, men gotta pull the covers off and be real. Now, we gotta show it for what it is, because we are the head, are supposed to be the head of the household, and there are brothers who don't have the skills, the equipment, or the knowledge, wisdom to leave their homes, and they're making shipwreck.
Oh, you have to lead the home, your home.
Yeah.
You know what? Both sisters and brothers, we need training on relationships and building a dynasty or a family, and we need good examples to see. Like if you got a woman that's listening to her girlfriend that don't have nobody, or that have 6 people, and she's trying to be a queen, and you got a king listening to a peasant or a prince, and he's trying to lead a queen, it ain't gonna work. And I mean, and it all goes to love, and then
you heard
building
that
family.
That's
you know,
it. That's it.
who she listening to?
Both of you brothers just said just now. It brings you back into what I was saying a little while ago. You got to first know who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, you start identifying with things that you
I like that.
Oh, Aaron, you know what, Aaron, listen, let me say something. You hit me on that because, listen, like you could want something from somebody. Like you might want the particular love that you put out, but if they haven't been through the trial and tribulation that you've been through, they can't give what you expecting to get. You can't get it back like that. Sometimes we got to grow to. I learned. There's a book called. I can't think of the name of this book, but it's gonna come to me. It's different phases that we grow. So 19 to 29, 29 to 35, 35 to 50. In that first stage, I'm selfish, trying to figure me out. At this other stage, I'm loosening up, and now I'm ready to give. I've learned how to be an idiot, a fool. Now I'm learning how to save my money and put it together. Start buying houses and buying assets, and now I'm ready to give to my family and give abundantly until I die. And now I'm creating a legacy. That's what it's about, creating a legacy. And so these are the steps. But sometimes we be judging people saying they don't do that. Let them grow. Let them go. And do you. You know, that's how I could be wrong. I think that I'm right, but I could be wrong. But that's how I look at it, because I hear us get caught up on the what days and the day. But let's be impactful and hit it head on and give them options, because I couldn't tell a brother, man, don't sell drugs, bro, or don't do that. I could tell you that. But if I can't give you an alternate or something that you can make just as much money, what am I saying to you, man? I'm telling you, don't go survive.
Man, Aaron, we're about to take a break. Would you have a parting remark, bro, that you would leave us with?
I just want to continue to say, first, I want to thank you for allowing us to be on your show, Brother Mims and Brother Alexander. You can take and get my number from Brother Mims, because I would love to sit back and
now you're going to make the devil mad now.
What I want to say is that if we want to see change, we need to first begin to be the change that we see. Because it's enough saying what needs to be done, but if we not doing what needs to be done, who are we to say the change need to come? Because see, my belief and my dream is that we can all, instead of us depending on somebody to do things for us, why we can't start doing that for ourselves?
Buy black. Let's buy black. No, let's spend that money. Let's buy black and spend with each other. And why we can't take care of ourselves? Own something and take care of ourselves.
Aaron, I'm going to leave you with this. And you know what I said. I'm going to say it because it's on network. Y'all brothers, these young brothers, Aaron, you're 30-something, he's 40-something, and I'm the old man in the bench. Y'all better than Viagra. Y'all got us standing up, bro. Stand up for right.
Stand up.
Aaron, our brother, the brother going to be back. We won't be on the show. We'll do a pre-recording next week because of Mardi Gras, but we'll be coming back the week after, and we're gonna solve some problems and make some things happen. Is that all right, Aaron?
That's perfect with me. Brother Mills, make sure you give Brother Alexander my phone number.
I'm going to give it, at the break, I'm going to give him a phone number, the devil mad. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back, Houses That Fight Back, with Brother Alexander, Destiny, and Seeking the Truth. Be blessed.
Here at Jones Insurance, your full-service agency, let us take care of all your insurance needs. We provide homeowners insurance, flood, rental, commercial, auto, and life insurance. Don't let the unexpected tragedy destroy your family's future. Here at Jones Insurance, 7603 West Bank Expressway, Monroe, Louisiana, 772. Contact Lois at 504-348-1492.
Happy Merry Mondays. It's your girl, Mary J. I want you to tune in with me to Real Talk with Mary J on New Orleans Talk Network every Monday morning at 10 a.m. Then follow me to blogtalkradio.com/Real Talk with Mary J at 10 p.m. It's going to be a Merry Monday every Monday at 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. You've just tuned into New Orleans Talk Network.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Hello and congratulations. You have arrived at the second half. I'm your host, Cinder Coleman Miller. Connect with us every Thursday at 10 o'clock a.m. on the New Orleans Talk Network as we discuss issues pertaining to the most exciting and prolific generation of our times, the baby boomers. So for information, resources, and booming entertainment, meet us at the second half, brought to you by the Boomers Lifestyle Network.
I'm living my life like it's golden, living my life like it's golden, living my life like it's
Conversation about your quality of life.
Let everyone know you listen to
The New Orleans Talk Network.
We got 12 minutes. Start wrapping it up. Okay, this is Brother Al Mims and Brother Aaron, my brother from another mother. I want to let him know that I love him. And I want to, we got about maybe 12 minutes left. Brother Alexander, I want to, and we're going to do, we already said we're going to do another show. It won't be next week because it'll be Mardi Gras, but we got 7 minutes left. I'm going to give you what you want to say, and we'll be speaking about some things that in his life that he want to talk about week after next.
Okay, yeah. We got week after next. Make sure that y'all tune in. I'm gonna tell you the story. I'm gonna tell you this whole story, but I'm not gonna tell you unless you tune in and you tell somebody else to tune in. I mean, it's a great story. My mama was 14, my dad was 15. You know, one of my best friends, a friend of mine, you know, was incarcerated for like a quadruple murder. You know, and then I had my trials and tribulations, and you all know. You just Google my name, you know what's up with me. And so you gotta make sure that you tune in so I can just tell a story. I really gotta share my testimony because it's not fair that I'm not sharing it with somebody that might need to hear it. And so I'm nominated, glory to God, as ATL's hottest barber and inspirational artist. And so I'm in the New Orleans.
He may cut my hair on he may cut my hair, you know.
You know what? I can go live and cut your hair, bro.
We can do that next week after next.
Man, Brother Maris used to come by the house and had a one-bedroom studio in the back. Efficiency.
I remember.
You can slide past the little stove, sofa, and I had my bed right there. And I'm saying, man, Brother Mills coming through, he bringing his son, and it was a blessing, you know, because he was showing support and love and coming in Holly Grove, because he coming right in Holly Grove, right in the hood.
I had an appointment.
I had an appointment, pull up, and I, you know, that means that meant a lot. I'm like, this is a champion coming to see me, and they like, you know, I'm like, wow. So we just paying it forward, but what I want to say is if anybody needs their haircut or any type of music done, they can hit my phone. My number is 504-296-0447. Production, any type of production. My Instagram is Riverflow with 2 W's. That's RIVERFLOWW. We just shot a new video, and we really working, man. And so if anybody want to hook out, I'm approachable, man. I'm really laid back, and I mean, I'm
You
ready
give
to
your
work.
phone number.
Yeah, it's 504-296-0447.
And as we probably got about 2 minutes left, I'm going to just say thank you, Lord. Thank you for this young brother. Thank you for the callers. Thank you, Father God. We talking about solutions, action. God was an action. Jesus was an action. And Lord, we're going to do action. And I just want to thank you. Now, if Al, Brother Mims, something should happen to me, trust me, it ain't going to stop, because it's destined to be destined. See, this is Brother Al Mims signing off with my co-host and my guest, Brother Alexander Rivers, like flowing down the stream. So we're going to say thank you, and we're looking forward to, and we're looking for you to talk with us and give us your opinion at 504-341-8255. You have a great day, great week, and be safe.